Tell me when to let go.
Desire of the beat.
Comes peace and wartime. This is called NASA Astronomers Says What? In my little John voice. What? Alright, so look at this right here. It says astronomers admit pretty much all constellations look like penises to them. The executive board at NASA's finally come clean and admitted that when they go out stargazing, even their most mature and learned astronomers can only see male sex organ, with attempted to make out constellations outlined by ancient scholars. All right, so let's look at these councils. This is NASA's council. This is the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. This is a mixture of astronomers and jet propulsion. We have Dr. Laurie Leshin, director of JPL, that's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, since May 2022. Larry D. James, deputy director. Dave Gallagher, associate director for strategic integration. Leslie Livesay, associate director for flight projects and mission success. Jane Codis, director of planetary science. Susan Dawn Dodd, director for interplanetary network directorate. James E. Graff, director for the earth science and technology directorate. W. Michael Green, director for communication and education. Dr. Thomas A. Quick, chief technologist. Cosette M. Hart, director for the human resources directorate. Neela Rajendra, chief inclusion officer. Sammy Kayali, chief financial officer, manager of laboratory operations, integration, and acting director for business operations. You don't have a picture, I wonder why. Beth Appellanes, interim chief information officer, director for information technology. Jennifer Lum, Caltech general counsel. Martin Herm, director for safety and mission success. Keyur Patel, director for astronomy and physics directorate. Dr. Mark Simmons, chief scientist. Charles W. Wetzel, director for engineering and science. Richard Cook, Mars sample return program manager. All right, so these are all these mankind races. It only appears to have one black person, which is he appears to be part of our race to an extent. But just wanted to give you that right there. So let's continue. The executive board at NASA finally come clean and admitted that when they go stargazing, even their most mature and learned astronomers can only see male sex organs when attempting to make out constellations outlined by ancient scholars. I know they're supposed to be animals, mythological figures, and such, but damn if I don't just see a bunch of cocks when I look at the night sky amid a Nobel Prize nominated astrophysics and angelologists. I mean, he has no one else thought to connect the nearby star to Orion to give him a massive erection. Come on. Some scholars have put forward the theory that the constellations were always meant to be super phallic in design. We need to remember that most of these constellations were named and designed by the ancient Greeks, a very well-known pro-penis culture, said history professor Gregory Zhang of the University of Cambridge. There are lots of evidence that Ptolemy's original name for Cassiopeia was the uncircumcised one before he was forced to change it by the authorities. Once again, they rename stuff. See, they keep trying to put stuff on Caucasian people. They were not the first astronomers and astrologers. All right, these people came into Kemet under the Phoenicians who invaded Africa after we as the Ethiopians and Nubians and all that stuff had this stuff settled way before them. So they renamed, they didn't name nothing. But the point is that they're sitting here having these sexual thoughts. Shows you where their mind is at. And these supposed to be some of the top scientists around. Following this admission, NASA has also released a list of other needless sexual discoveries they have made over the years. These include the dwarf planet Baby Maker, the blown low meteor shower of 1988 in the Doggy-Star Nebula, which was actually the first noted by an unnamed 12-year-old boy. Look at that, see? The revelation that most experts view most constellations as a collection of wangs has given rise to both a call for increased gender diversity and NASA's leadership, which the agency swears is their top priority right after renaming the Big Dipper the Big Pecker. Ridiculous. Too many columns piece in wartime.
Two, this is the nature of Caucasian rulership. And until people who are uninformed, especially the victims of Caucasian rulership, black people, kinky-haired people, a lot of us have no history, and they don't teach history as much as they push all this other nonsense. Because if they push their history of how they ran their kingdoms from back then to now, you will see that they was doing the same thing back then, and that would means what? You ain't gonna get no fair shake from them because they can't do it. If every country and kingdom that they rule was brutality, rape, pillage, plunder, homosexuality,